Day 2, good morning. Join me on my bus at Plumstead on the 422s today. Got a good old fashioned diesel bus today, so should be an interesting trip or trips with this bus. But yeah, so it's about 5:30 in the morning. Got in about 5 o'clock. BCR'd my bus. Well, I got in about 5:15. BCR'd my bus, so I'm just waiting till it's clear for me to go. I've got buses in front of me to the left of me, so I can't really go yet until they've all gone. But yeah, so another day, another dollar. Day 2. I have read the comments on the previous video. I will get to responding them as soon as I get a chance. So don't worry if I take a while. See, driving a bus and that. But yeah, this bus is pretty clean, which as it should be. We're all ready to go. But yeah, so let me just quickly show you my duty cars for the day. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's my duty card for the day. So it's 0710. Sign on at 5:34. Sign off at 14:46. So I take a bus from the garage, go to Bexley Heath, start from Bexley Heath, North Greenwich, North Greenwich Road to Bexley Heath, Bexley Heath to North Greenwich, and then North Greenwich to the garage for my first half. That's all done. Second half, go from Plumstead to Bexley Heath, Bexley Heath to North Greenwich back to the garage. So overall, pretty good duty today. Welcome back. Join me at Bexley Heath. So I just got here. Nice drive. She's a good bus today, so it's all good. At least we got a good one. So as you saw on the duty card, long half first, second half's the short half, which is always nice. Can't complain really. So I know I look a bit dead to the world because I'm tired. Even though I got 7 hours sleep last night, I'm still tired. Yeah, but it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. But yeah, so I'm hoping it's going to be a quiet day. We'll probably have a bit of traffic at Bexley Heath in terms of passengers, purely because obviously everyone gets on the bus to get to the station and then everyone gets off. So it should be pretty quiet going towards Woolwich. So yeah, it's just when you get to Greenwich, it's going to be the tough part. But that's why I like the 422s, because the annoying bit is at the end. So at least you can have a really good trip, and it's just the end bit you just got to worry about. And you're not in it for that long, so it's different. That's why it's different to like the 177. You're sat through the entirety of it, through Charlton, through Greenwich, Cutty Sark, Deptford, New Cross. You're just in it the entire time, and that's the only downside of it. So whereas the 422s is all at the end. It's only for 5 minutes, 10 minutes you're stuck in it. But yeah, so that looks like my leader getting ready to go. So yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, I'm glad I managed to nab this duty, because it was a sick duty, so I wasn't guaranteed to get it. Because if he came back, or the driver came back, I would have had to give it back to him. So I'm glad I got this duty today, because it's a nice duty. It's a really easy duty. That's what I've noticed with the 42s. There's a lot of them are good duties. But the thing is, the route isn't that long. It really isn't. Sorry, just waving at the driver. But yeah, so it's not too bad today. So it should be a good day. Tomorrow Wednesday and Thursday are going to be boring on the 177s, so I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, not the best, but you got to do what you got to do, ain't ya? So yeah, haven't got long. Yeah, that's all I have to say to it. So yeah, I'll leave it there and I'll catch you at North Greenwich. Take care. Well, welcome back. Join me in North Greenwich. One trip later. Got about 16 minutes on the stand, so not too bad. We're a bit early today, but our headwear was perfect, so we're allowed, which is nice. Yeah, good trip. Good trip, yeah. Got quite busy from Woolwich onwards. But apart from that, Same old, same old. You know, it's a typical life of a bus driver, really. Just, you know, same old, really. Not much else to it. But, you know, that's why I love the job, you know. A lot of the times, like most of the time, every day's different. It really is. You do get those days where nothing happens, so it does get a little bit boring, but, you know, I mean, it was busy in Greenwich, and it's like, by the time I got to Greenwich, it was just after 7, it was already busy as hell, so, it is what it is. But that's why I like the 422s, because it's at the end of the journey. So, you know, especially if you're running early, it's a good way to kill time. You know, if your controller needs you to kill time, you could just simply say, well, I've just got to Greenwich, mate, so I'll probably lose at least 3 minutes sitting in traffic, so my headway will come back down to normal, and he'd be like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, don't worry about stopping at a bus stop, just stay in the traffic. But yeah, it's all good, all good. I don't know, what was I saying I wanted to talk about? I was thinking about something to talk about, and I forgot. This is what happens, I just zone out. Like, I'm trying to like think, obviously I'm trying to like drive the bus, but then think of other things as well, like, you know, what I want for tea tonight, or like, you know, what to talk about when I get to the stand. But yeah, just not looking forward to the 7s tomorrow. Next 2 days, it's such a long route, you know. You just look at the duty card and it just doesn't end. It's just like, you know, it's just timing point after timing point. It just goes on and on. You know, you just think, is it going to end? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? Right, that's why number 422 going out. Bloody hell, his bus is full. Was that a 472? Yeah, 472 is always busy. A lot of people get the 472 because it's more direct to North Greenwich than, say, like the 161 isn't exactly direct, but it does, like, you know, because it goes on the other side of the flyover, whereas the 472 goes on the other side of the Sainsbury's, turns left at the roundabout, turns right to the Archaea straight away, whereas with the 161 you've got to go through the flyover, you know. That's why not a lot of people use the 422 to get to North Greenwich, because obviously it goes all the way up through Charlton Village and everything. But yeah, so we've done so far 1 hour 24 minutes and 31 seconds of driving. Not too bad, not too bad. Pretty good, if I do say so. But yeah, but I'm annoyed as well. I was meant to be doing the 96 for 7 days in a row. They chucked a 177 in there. So I do it for 1 day, then I do a 177, then I do 6 days on the 96. But to be fair to them, the duty they've given me for the 177 is really good. It's like I think about 6 hours of driving. It's really good. You do like, I'm trying to think. You do, I think it's 3 till like, it's like 3 something till 5. Have like just over an hour break. Then you do 6 till 9. It's so good. It's like 2-3 hours each time. So it's really nice and just relaxed, you know. So that's what I like. It's nice and relaxed. But yeah, so thank you. I think I did say this, but thank you for all the comments. I have read them, and I will respond to them probably today when this video goes up. Try and catch up with all them comments. But I've been reading them. A lot of you have obviously given me suggestions on what to talk about. I know some of you have talked about route learning, and I do want to talk about that. I do want to talk about route learning. I mean, I did say this in the previous video. I mean, when you first join a garage, all it is that you get put with a mentor for about 3 days. It can be a week. It depends on kind of if they think you need more help. It's not it's not them saying you're a bad driver. I just think you need more help settling into the job. So it's nothing personal, but they just think obviously you need a bit more help with the job. You know, just getting into the flow of things. But yeah, so that's pretty much like with route learning. So obviously, the way that my company used to do it was they give you a sheet of paper and you just go out on a service bus and you record your time to get the driver to sign it to say you've been on his bus. And that's how they used to do it. Now what they do is they put you in a group and you take a bus from the garage and you drive the route yourself. So you all get a turn of driving it. You do it with a mentor. You pretty much... It's normally 11 AM till 7 PM. It's normally the times that they do for route learning. That's what they do now with my company. I mean, you can still go out on a service bus in your own time. Like, that's no problem. You can do that. I mean, I prefer to do it in a group and just, just do it all together because you can have a laugh. Because when I did the 422 route learning, we had such a laugh that day. Such a laugh. It was lovely. And, yeah. It's good fun. But yeah, that's pretty much route learning. But the mentor stuff, I mean, all they do is they sit in the seat by the driver and they just watch you drive and they help you out. If you have a question like, the controllers just sent me a text message, how do I respond to it? They'll show you how to do it and all that kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? So they teach you how to do all this stuff. That's what the mentors are there for. They're there to help you out. So, don't worry about it. If you are new, don't worry. They are there to help you out. They're not there to judge you. They're there to help you. They know, you know how to drive. They're not going to, obviously they may say you should go a bit more slower around those corners because green road might go off. So you want to try and keep that to a minimum. But in terms of, obviously the technical stuff, iBus, how to respond to them, what's the best way to talk to them, all that kind of stuff. Just, obviously, they teach you that stuff. So it's nothing to worry about. Right, how long have I got? Because I do need to go to the toilet. I've been rambling for a bit. How long have we got? Got to be out. I'm not going to have time to go to the toilet. Been rambling to you guys. I should have gone to the toilet before. Got about, 28? I've got to be out at 33, so I've got a bit of time, but won't be enough time to go there and get back, Oh well, I don't need it that badly. It's just like a tinkle. But yeah, so that's what it happens with when you first start and you do routes and everything. But you don't get to choose what route you get to learn. It's what's available, and they'll give you what's available. So if you really want to go on the 96, they'll say to you well, you can, but you're going to be waiting months on end. So if, in my opinion, learn what you can, learn what's available, even if you don't like it, because then it gives you more of a, if you then start making friends with drivers, you've got more of a variety of shifts that you can swap. So if he goes, I at the moment I'm rotating between the 422 and the 161. They may go, oh well, I know the 96, the 122, the 177s and the 472s, but not them. So at least if you know more routes, you've got more of a variety. So it does change up your day, and if you need to swap, it makes it a lot easier to be able to swap duties with other drivers. Plus, it's more variety for overtime, because if you only know 2 routes, you can only do overtime between those 2 routes, whereas 5 or 6, you've got a big choice there. You go, oh, I haven't done a 177 in a while. Do you know what? Let's do a 177. It gives you that bit of do you know what? Yeah, go on then. Fuck it. You know what I mean? So it just gives you more variety, and it helps you out when it comes to changing shifts and all that kind of stuff. Just makes it a lot easier for you as well as other people. It's good to have a variety. It's good to know a lot of routes, because the thing is, it is that case of if you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of deal. So you really want to try and just basically work your ass off a bit, and because then when you need a favour, because you've done them a favour, they'll do you a favour. So you might go, well, I've done, I've worked all my rest days this month. I worked at least 95% of them, because you'll have at least one day off every 13 days. They'll go, yeah, I'll put you right at the top of the list for route learning on the 96, for example. You know, so it is about, you know, you do them a favour, they'll do you a favour. You know, so yeah, that's about it when it comes to route learning. But yeah, so I've got a couple of minutes, so I'm going to go, and I'll speak to you later. Take care. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Join me back at North Greenwich. So I didn't get to do anything at Bexley because the traffic in Greenwich made me about 10 minutes late. So I ended up getting there like 3 or 4 minutes after I had to leave Bexley. So I just left straight away. I just couldn't be bothered. So, but it worked out. I mean, I somehow got back here, I think it was about 3 minutes early. So, worked out in the end of the day, you know, ended up being early. So it's not too bad. But yeah, it's Greenwich, man. Greenwich sucks. What they've done with it is so bad. You know, it's just terrible. Just really cannot be bothered with Greenwich. But at least, like I said, on the 422, it's right at the end of the route, so you haven't really got to deal with it for that long. So it's not too bad, not too shabby, you know what I'm saying? But we did have some good news come over the radio. Shout out. We did have some good news come over the radio. The controller was saying that we are exceeding our targets for the route TfL has set us. So it's very much looking like sorry, there's a police car there. Anyway, yeah, so it's very much looking like we're going to be granted our 2-year extension on the route. So looks like we're going to have the route for another 2 years, which is pretty good. Pretty happy about that. Well deserved. He says we are exceeding our targets set out, so we're clearly doing something right on the route. That's something I never really see any problems on the 422s. Even with the traffic you get in Greenwich. It's just not that much like bother on the route, which is good. Because I do like the route. What time is it? I do like the route mainly for the fact there's a lot of wide roads. So it's not necessarily a lot of concentration needed, but especially around like Oakhampton Crescent and stuff like that, the roads are very wide. So you could just like kick back and relax, you know, just sit back in your seat and not have to worry about anything, which is good, you know, because you got to have them moments on the route where you can just not necessarily switch off, but like you haven't got to be concentrating so hard, you know. So when you got wide roads, you know that both vehicles going both directions can get past each other without, like, you know, you could drive like blind and you still get past them. Like, it's that kind of wide roads that I like. I think every road needs to have. I'm tired. I think every route needs to have something like that. Just a section of the route where it's like that, because it just makes the route so much easier to have to deal with. Because you get them moments where, you know, it's just you haven't got to worry about anything. You know, just chill. You know, and that's what I like about that section. I don't know if you can hear this, but there's an alarm that's constantly going off, and it's the alarm you hear for the wheelchair ramp, and it's just non-stop. I don't know what's going on with, like, no idea where it's coming from, but I will. Hope it's not me, it shouldn't be me. But yeah, so we're at the stage now where I'm going back to the garage, so I'm in service to the garage, change drivers, have meal relief. Actually, how long is my meal relief today? Let's have a looky in the bookie. Where are we? 10:50 to 11:49, so not even an hour. I don't mind it if it means I don't have to do as much driving, you know, then I don't mind doing it. Like, I mean, 59 minutes is like, it does annoy me when they do that. Like, why can't you just add on the extra minute? Like, seriously. But I don't mind. Then we do. God, I forgot. God, I can't stop yawning today. Oh dear. And then it's down to Bexley Heath, back to North Greenwich, back to the garage. So yeah, a rounder. So we have a rounder in the second half. How many did we do today? So what, 1.5, basically 2, and then 1 round in the second half. Lovely. Basically a round in the second half. Lovely. How long we got? Right, I've got a couple of minutes, so I'll talk to you on my second half. Take care. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Join me at Bexley Heath. I've got a 400 mmC today, as you can see. See a nice, get a nice little 400 mmC. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Just got here. Got a fair amount of time on the stand, so it's not too bad. Got my leader in front of me. It's bloody boiling on this bus. Alright, all good here. No lost property. No rubbish for a change. Oh dear. But yeah, so I've just come back from my break. My second half now. I've only got a rounder to do, so I've only got to go to North Greenwich and then back to the garage and I'm done. So not too bad today. Yeah, man. Oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, so obviously I've been talking a lot about how I remember all my routes. And it is quite astonishing how I remember all these routes, even for me. Because I'm like, really? Because as soon as I get in that bus, I know exactly, you know, like what's going on, where I am. Let's just adjust that. Okay. But yeah, so I'm like, I'm on the I was on the 472 yesterday, and then obviously on the 422 today. You would immediately think that I would, you know, go straight ahead instead of turning right at the traffic lights. But obviously 422 doesn't go to IKEA, thank God. Well, to be fair, it's not too bad over there. But yeah, so far I've done 4 hours, 49 minutes, 48 seconds of driving. So we're on our second half now, so we got up until 10 hours driving time, and then we have to stop. We'll never come to that today. Been a nice chilled day today, I think, in my opinion. But the 422 always is. Because you get a lot of drivers at the garage going, why do you want to go on the 422? The 422 is so boring. And I'm there like, yeah, it's boring, but at least you're pretty much going to finish on time every day. You know, obviously, especially if you're not, you know, coming off during rush hour, you're pretty much going to finish on time. You know, so what's the problem? That's what I don't get about some people. Obviously, people like, so obviously some people, everyone likes something different. You know, some people love the 177s because it's chaotic. You know, you're always stuck in traffic. People love. I mean, I don't mind sitting in traffic. In like, especially in an automatic, like a bus, it's okay because I haven't got to worry about, you know, my left leg going numb. You know, from like being on the clutch all the time. You know, I can just keep my left leg, just rest my left leg, not have to worry about anything. You know. So, why is she taking a picture of the bus stop? But yeah, so it's not too bad. But I mean, I don't mind boring. I really don't. You know. I want to know why she took a photo of that bus stand flag. I'm very curious. Maybe she like works for the neighbourhood watch or something. I don't know. It annoys me. Anyway, so yeah, so you would think I would actually go the wrong way. Not really, because it's also instinct. You should know what route you're on. Yeah, you should know what route you are on. You know, I mean, even if you have to scream in your head, like scream it out loud, going, I'm on the 422s today, I'm on the 422s, I'm not on the 472, I'm going right, I'm turning right, I'm turning right. But the thing is, people, like, when it comes to the actual process of like remembering the route, everyone learns at different speeds. So if someone like me, I can pick it up within one, I can pick it up with one viewing of the route. So watching someone drive it, I can go, okay, I got that. You know, I may not get it 100% right first time, but I'll get at least 50% of it right. You know, I may forget, sorry, certain things, but you know, but then you do it again, and I'm just like, yeah, I know it now, I know it. You know, it's dead simple. But yeah, so it's just everyone learns at different speeds. Some people have to write down in a notebook, you know, or some people have to, you know, like commentate as they drive to remind themselves. Some people just get it naturally. Some people have naturally a good memory, and that's just the way it is. I wouldn't say I have the best memory when it comes to stuff like this. Yeah, I have a good memory for it, 100%. Because I'm physically doing something, it's easy to remember it. You know, some people learn by listening, some people learn by doing. I'm kind of a mixture. Like, I can read something and remember it, I can listen to something and remember it, and I can do something and remember it. But the thing is, if you're ever unsure, don't do it. Just say to them, look, I'm not 100% sure. I think I need to redo my route learning for this route because I don't want to risk getting stuck. You know, and the thing is, they don't want you to risk getting stuck. So they'd rather you tell them and just be honest, be like, look, I think I've forgotten it. I need to redo it. I don't want to put myself in a position where I'm going to get stuck and get in trouble. You know, so, and I think that's a good response. They'd rather you be honest and say, look, I've forgotten it, rather than go out there and screw it up, get yourself stuck, because you're not only costing TFL money, you're costing the company money, and you're costing them time, because now they've got to get someone out there to get you out, you know, wasting their time as well when they can be doing other stuff, you know, more productive stuff, you know. So if you're ever unsure, just ask, or like because what I do as well is when I've done it in once I've done it in a bus, once I've like watched the route, like if I go out on a service bus and I watch them drive it, I then go in my car and drive it myself, because sometimes driving it yourself, it actually helps out a lot more than you actually realise. That's why now what they do is they get a group of you together with a mentor, and you take an empty bus and you all get to drive the route, because driving it is actually a lot more helpful than people realise. Because if you actually drive it, you know, in a bus, you know, it's familiar surroundings. You go, you know, you just I don't know. Like, it's hard to explain, but I mean, I know every single route at this garage apart from two, and those are the 53s and the 161s. Now again, as I said, I can't pick or choose, you know, like which one I get to do. If there's a space on that route, you know, if there's like a route learning session, there's a space on that particular route, they'll put me on it. You know, they'll put me on that route learning, you know, and they'll give me duties. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people obviously, because the thing is, people often say, well, what's the point in route learning like 5 routes when you'll eventually go on a rota for one route only? And yeah, I do agree. Hold on, bus in front's going to move. So let me just quickly move forward and I'll talk to you in a second. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, just had to move forward there. What was I saying? I don't even know now. Yeah, so rotas. So people always go, well, you're going to go on a rota, so you're only going to be doing one route all the time. And yeah, that's true, but you can also swap duties, you can do overtime on your rest days. So you can still do other bus routes if you so wish, but yeah, you are going to mainly be doing one route on a rota. But like I said, what Anton does is he just swaps his duties with other drivers to get like different routes for the week. You know, that's how he likes his. Like he likes to do that. That's his. You know, that's up to him. Some people just prefer stability and having one route. Some people like the chaos, like Anton. You know, he likes doing different routes. That's fine. You know, I mean, like I'm mainly going to swap between the 422 and the 96s. That's my personal preference because they're my favourites. You know, I want to stay far away from Greenwich as possible. I know the 42 goes into Greenwich, but the thing is, it only goes in at the last leg of the journey. So I'm not in Greenwich all the time. You know, I'm not stuck in traffic all the time. Like, you know, around Bexley Heath and everything, there's not really a lot of traffic. So you can kind of get away, you know, with having a good trip. Because obviously the 422 goes around the houses and stuff. so there's not going to be a lot of traffic around there. So, you know, piss easy really. But like the 177s and everything, they all go through, you know, like Greenwich, Cutty Sark, Deptford, all that. It's just traffic, you know. And that's why I always try and stay far away from the 177s as possible, just so I don't have to go through that grief. Because it does put you in a bad mood. Because like, as much as like you go, well, you're sitting in traffic, you're making money still. You don't want to be. Like, you want to get going. You know, you just want to get this trip done to be one trip closer to being finished. You know, whereas it's now going to drag, and now you're going to be stuck. You know, now you're going to be stuck. You know, like for longer. So it's like, you know, you just want to get on with it and get over and done with at the end of the day. So, yeah. But I mean, I'm mainly, like I said, I'm making a switch to 96 422. And, you know, I mean, I would like to learn both the 53 and the 161s, obviously. But at the same time, I don't. Let's check. Yeah, wrap this up in a minute. Yeah, like, I mean, I don't really, like, because obviously we're getting the 180s soon, because at the moment they've started to put in the substation and everything in the garage now. It's all going to be in the car park, the substation and everything, so it's a lot of building work on the in the garage at the minute, so it's a bit of chaos in terms of trying to find somewhere to park and everything like that. So it is a nightmare. But I would only really want to do the 180s just to drive the electric buses. Obviously, I know they're not all going to be electric. Obviously, they're going to, you know, share the hybrids and stuff like that. I mean, because admittedly, the 180s don't need to be electric. Like, because the route doesn't go into a ULEZ zone. I don't think it does. No, it doesn't. I think the 180s still use diesels. I think those right bodies are still diesel, I think. I could be wrong. They could be hybrid, even if they are or not. You know, they're still going to share a lot of our buses anyway. So, you know, because the thing is, we're pretty much at max capacity for buses. You know, it's going to be tight to, you know, to deal with all the buses, but it is what it is. You know, we won the tender, so. But at least we're going to keep the 422s for another couple of years. If obviously we do, you know, keep the performances going, because we're exceeding our goals, so, you know, that should mean that we're going to keep the route for a little bit longer, which is great. It's a great route, you know. Go ahead, you know, unlucky to lose it. It's a good route. But yeah, I'm going to end it there, guys. I'll speak to you at North Greenwich for the final time. Take care. Welcome back. North Greenwich for the last time today. Go back to the garage now and go home. And I'm in much later tomorrow, so I'm in at 1 o'clock tomorrow on the 7th, so get a nice lie-in instead of going to bed at like 8 o'clock in the evening, you know. So we've done 5 hours, 56 minutes and 6 seconds of driving today. Not too bad. Pretty, I'd say that's below average in my opinion. Normally because I'm stuck in traffic because I'm on the 7s. That'll probably be me tomorrow. Get all the bloody school kids tomorrow. So I don't mind school kids, but it's just school kids around Thamesmead are a bloody nightmare. They are bloody nightmare. Yeah, not too shabby today. We've had a good day. I hope I've given him enough room. Yeah, we've given enough room. Lovely. Let's quickly check upstairs to make sure no lost property. Let's have a look. All good. All good. Yeah. See, I love driving the MMCs. MMCs are so nice to drive. Fast and responsive brakes. Good acceleration. Just good interior. Good cab. It's all good all round. Good all round. So I did get a comment on my last video about this guy, I can't remember your name, sorry, but he asked about what's a service shunt or whatever. Like, what's a shunt service? That was it. Don't know why I said service shunt, but yeah, shunt service. Basically, what it is the 472s do a shunt service to help with congestion on the 486 going to North Greenwich. So there is a specific, I think there's a few duties that do this, and basically you run light or run dead to Charlton Station, and you start at Charlton Station, so you actually serve the bus stop where the 486 serves. There's a flag for that says 486 and 472s, and so basically between 7 and 9 o'clock in the morning, the 472s help out 486, because obviously that's the only route on that road that goes towards North Greenwich. So we lend a hand basically to ease congestion. So basically how it works is you start at Charlton Station, go to North Greenwich, run out of service back to Charlton Station, start at Charlton Station again, run to North Greenwich, and then you either do it one more time or you start from North Greenwich and do the entire route as normal. So you do it between 2 and 3 times. It's just to help out the 486s, you know. That's all it's for. But yes, that's in answer to your question. Obviously, I'll answer it in the comments as well, just in case you don't see this video for a while. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Trying to think of any other comments I got. Can't think of any other comments I got. I've got quite a few, and I'm trying to think. Yeah, someone said do things that bus drivers hate. I mean, I pretty much say it in most of my vlogs anyway, but it's like one of my biggest pet peeves is people not having their oyster ready to tap on, because you're now holding the service up, you're now holding every other passenger up because you left it in the bottom of your bag. And I'm not saying this to the people who are running for the bus, that's a different story. Because if you're running and trying to empty your pockets to find your Oyster card, that's going to slow you down, which is going to hold everyone up. That's different. I'm talking about the people who are at the bus stop for, minutes on end, maybe 5-10 minutes at the bus stop, and they didn't think, oh, the bus is coming, let me get my Oyster card out. They leave it until they get on the bus, and then they forget they left it at the bottom of their bag. Well, you could have spent the time you're waiting at the bus stop getting your Oyster card out. The other one I hate is people not paying attention. So you're coming up to the bus stop and you can see straight away that they're on their phone. You're like, oh, it's one of these people. So I slow down and hope they see me. If they don't, I drive past. And as soon as I drive past, they're like, no, I wanted to get on. Like they put their hands out and everything. And I'm just there like, how long the bus is, right? Oh, there goes a broken down bus. Getting us on the back of a lorry. It's a 335. Oh dear. Oh dear. Arriva, what are you doing? I'm joking. All buses break down. But anyway, yes. So they're on their phone, and the thing is, I know you're probably thinking, why don't you just serve the stop? And the problem with that logic is that I'm now holding the service up because I stopped for no reason whatsoever, because they didn't want to get on. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you should be paying attention. Checking every 30 seconds if the bus is coming, or every minute or something. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to look up and see if the bus is coming. If the bus ain't coming, the bus ain't coming. You ain't got to worry about it then, have you? But don't be just glued to your phone and then see a red bus go past and they go, oh fuck. Because at the end of the day, I've stopped being nice like that now, because people take liberties. Because I've done it, I've stopped, and then they go, oh no, I didn't want to get on. Because that's the other ones I hate. They put their arm out, but they don't get on. And I just think, you absolute wank stain. Is that seriously all you do? You just want to hold people up? Do you want to be a wanker? Is that your life profession? If you don't want to get on, right, to help us out, right, a lot of you probably know this, but to help us out, obviously, if say there's 2 routes that go along that road, you don't know if they want your bus, just shake your head like that, say no, or wave them along, kind of thing, Don't wait until the bus stops, opens its doors, to then go, no man, I don't want to get on. If you don't want to get on, Just shake your head like that, and then I'll go, okay, he doesn't want to get on, I'll move on. Simple as that, really, isn't it? Simple. But people want to make it so complicated. So it's got to check the time out. 1400, I'm at 1400, so I've got about a couple of minutes and then I'm going to shut this off. But yeah, so it's just people don't want to make it easy for A, themselves, and B, for other people. It's like, just help me out. Just, if you don't want to get on, just shake your head like that, you know, and then I can drive past, keep up the momentum, you know, because if I'm running late, that could be the difference between me getting back on time and me staying late. Do you know what I mean? So, just help us out a bit. Just help us out. Those are the few I can think of on the top of my head. But the amount of excuses we get for not, you know, it's just people just like, every time, especially kids, it's like, I don't know my oyster. And I really do just want to go, well, you have to find another bus who gives, like, you have to find someone who gives a shit, really. You know what I mean? Like, I really want to be like that, but I can't because they're kids. You know, we still have a duty of care, especially if it's like 11 o'clock at night. You know, you can't leave them at the roadside like that, you know, because you've got to think about their well-being and everything like that. As much as I really can't be bothered to, you know, because kids annoy me all the time. You know, they have no manners, no respect. You know, they don't care. But at the end of the day, I've got to, you know, look out for their well-being, like I did for that girl on the 96. You know, she's out all the way out in Blue Hall. It's like 8 o'clock at night. I know it's not too late, but you know, it's like her house isn't exactly walking distance. You know, it's a good couple of miles. It's not fair on her, really, is it? So at the end of the day, I had to do the right thing. You know. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there because I've been rambling on for too long. So you won't see me again until hopefully tomorrow if I can keep the uploads going. But if you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe, turn that bell on for more notifications when I upload. And as usual, if you have questions, leave them in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video. Take care.